God says, tragic death near tap today or you want to escape. Do not blink now, because this moment is already moving. A line is being drawn between your past and your promise. What ends today will never hold you again. You will feel it like a switch inside your chest. Quiet, decisive, irreversible, as if a cord has been unplugged. The noise that drained you begins to die. Near the tap, where water meets skin and rinses the day, something finishes. An old pattern loses its oxygen and collapses without drama. It is the last breath of what once controlled you. This is not a threat, this is closure arriving on time. The tragedy is not yours, it is the end of your suffering. You cannot escape this turning, because it is mercy in motion. Keep your eyes here and stay with me until the end. Every sentence will remove another hook from your spirit. By the final line, the old weight will have no claim. For months your energy was stolen by subtle habits, people, places, and loops that took without giving. Today the siphon snaps and the leak is sealed. God speaks in simple signals and tangible scenes. The sink running, the phone lighting, the hallway dimming. In ordinary motion, the extraordinary crosses your path. You will wash your hands or face and remember this word. Water will feel warmer, softer, cleaner than before. It is not the water, it is the permission behind it. The tragic death is the death of sabotage, the death of chasing those who choose confusion. The death of apologizing for your light. You have already survived the hardest chapters. What arrives today is not a blow, it is a release. Release can be loud, but freedom is quiet. Hear this and let it settle like rain on hot ground. You are not late, you are right on divine time. Delay was training, not denial. There is a door you could not push open for months. It would not move because you carried too much. Now the load drops and the hinges give. Near the tap, a memory used to tighten your throat. A name, a scene, a sentence that replayed each night. Watch it dissolve as the water runs. God says your clarity returns in layered waves. First your breath deepens, then your shoulders lower. Finally your mind stops negotiating with what harms you. You will notice how your steps feel grounded. Your voice will sound steady inside your own ears. Your eyes will track truth without pleading for permission. Someone's influence over you ends today. Their shadow cannot stretch into this new light. The contract you never signed is shredded from heaven's side. Do not argue with endings that protect you. Not everything deserves a final speech or ceremony. Closure is allowed to be simple. You will sense a name leaving your chest. It slips like a ring size that no longer fits. The finger remains, only the tightness goes. Your focus returns to core priorities. Health like breath, work like service, love like safety. Distraction loses its costume and its stage. There is a room you'll tidy without effort. A small rearrangement anchors a large decision. God loves to hide big beginnings in small motions. You will receive a message that confirms this shift. A time stamp, a lyric, a street sign, or a receipt. It lands exactly when you need the nod. If a wave of grief rises, let it pass through. You are grieving the hook, not the healing. Tears rinse what words cannot. Archangel Michael stands where fear used to stand. He speaks 3 words into your spine: stand, breathe, proceed. Steel slides quietly into your backbone. Your sleep changes tonight in noticeable ways. No more bargaining with the dark. No more waking to chase vanishing answers. A small decision after sunset will define your week. It will not feel dramatic, but it will be decisive. Choose what keeps your peace, and everything aligns. There is money tied to this clarity. When you stop bleeding time, finances stop bleeding, too. Order creates income the way dams create power. You will be drawn to light, fresh, and honest things. Food that loves you back, music that lifts, rooms that breathe. Your environment will start reflecting your insides. People who truly care will recognize the shift. They will respond with respect, not resistance. Alignment attracts witnesses who honor your change. Do not return to rooms that require you to shrink. You can visit, but you cannot live there. Your future cannot fit into closets built for your past. Your body carries new instructions now. It asks for water when you would have chosen noise. It asks for movement when you would have chosen scrolling. Near the tap, you will practice a simple ritual. Hands under water. Name 3 things you release. Hands to heart, name 3 things you receive. The atmosphere around you will feel newly honest. Lies cannot hold shape in clean air. Pretenders cough when truth enters the room. Archangel Michael says the exit you feared is the entrance you needed. He does not dramatize. He directs. He points, and the path steadies beneath your feet. Old messages may try to lure you back. You owe no explanations to endings that saved you. Respond with silence, and silence will respond with protection. Your timeline no longer bends for sabotage. Your calendar respects your mission. Your yes has weight, your no has walls. A meaningful idea visits while water runs. Rinse away doubt and write it down instantly. The first sentence will open a river. You will meet eyes with your future in a mirror. Something gentle and unshakable looks back. That is you, finally unafraid of your own reflection. The road ahead is not a sprint or a stall. It is steady, bright, and exact. Pace is the new miracle. There is a promise you once whispered and hid. Today it steps out and uses its real name. Destiny is done waiting for your permission. People may call you distant or different. They are not wrong. You are different now. Distance protects what you are building. Your gift requires boundaries like lungs require air. Every boundary you keep becomes a bridge you can trust. Trust becomes speed without hurry. Remember this image when doubt knocks again. A faucet running, a loop ending, a spine straightening. Nothing loud, everything final. God says the only thing you cannot escape today is freedom. It finds you in ordinary motion and refuses to leave. Let it in. Let it settle, let it stay. When fear looks for you tonight, it will not find you. It will find an unlocked shackle on an empty floor. It will realize the prisoner has become the path. Your name is being spoken in rooms of favor. Not because you begged, but because you aligned. Alignment advertises without noise. The tragic death is now complete and clean. No ashes to collect, no evidence to examine. Just space where pain used to live. You will feel lighter in a way that does not float. You will feel stronger in a way that does not harden. Soft power enters, sharp fear exits. Stand at the tap one more time this evening. Let water carry away what cannot cross into tomorrow. Walk out knowing the chapter ended and the story advanced. You did not lose yourself, you found the door. You did not fail, you finished the cycle. You did not escape, you were released. God says keep this peace like you keep breath. Protect it, prioritize it, practice it. Everything you need will grow in this climate. Sleep under the roof of your own yes. Wake to a floor that holds your purpose. Step forward and do not look back. The room you are in is becoming a sanctuary, not because the walls changed, but because your choice matured. Peace is choosing you back with every breath. What ended at the tap cannot resurrect in your routine. You will notice habits reaching for you without landing. They fall away like keys that no longer fit. Your morning will carry a new clarity. Before voices and screens, you will hear direction. It speaks in calm pace and firm steps. There is a schedule forming that respects your energy. Blocks of work that start on time and finish clean. Breaks that return more than they take. You will feel permission to move slow and finish strong. Speed becomes a tool, not a leash. Consistency becomes a doorway, not a cage. Conversations begin aligning with your mission. Small talk stops devouring your hours. Real talk starts watering your ground. Someone who once drained you will try familiar lines. They only know the old version of you. Their script cannot perform on this new stage. Your silence becomes leadership, not retreat. It teaches others how to meet you. It teaches you how to meet yourself. The atmosphere will signal when you are in the right place. Your shoulders lower, your breath deepens, your mind clears. Truth is measurable inside the body. God is adjusting your relationships to match your calling. Some ties tighten with warmth and respect. Some ties release with grace and finality. You do not owe a museum to what ended. Artifacts of old seasons can leave without ceremony. Space is a strategy, not a loss. Near the tap, try the ritual of alignment again. Rinse your hands and feel the old story slide off. Dress your day with intentional light. Your work receives fresh structure today. 3 priorities rise to the surface with ease. Everything else waits without guilt or noise. Money begins to mirror your order. Spending aligns with what you truly value. Income follows clarity like rivers find gravity. Your home welcomes simple upgrades that ground you. A clean counter, an open window, a quiet corner. Each small shift whispers, stay devoted to peace. Movement returns to your body as a friend. Not punishment, not performance, only partnership. 10 clean minutes can change an entire hour. Sleep becomes a loyal ally again. You release the habit of rehearsing pain in the dark. Your mind closes the door and guards the room. A creative idea will arrive while doing a simple task. Capture it gently and make one small tangible step. Momentum respects small faithful action. You will recognize unfamiliar ease in places that felt hard. The path did not shrink, your capacity expanded. Effort remains, but struggle loses its throne. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your new day. He holds a bright line where compromise used to blur. Cross it and feel your boundaries breathe. A message from someone sincere will find you. It carries kindness without angle and support without theater. Receive it and let reciprocity become your normal. Patterns that once celebrated your chaos will feel uncomfortable. You no longer audition for rooms that prize confusion. You no longer barter truth to keep the crowd. Your voice gains weight without raising volume. Directness replaces disclaimers and detours. Kindness arrives wrapped in clarity. Notice how your appetite changes with your peace. Foods that honor you taste brighter and kinder. Your body thanks you by working with you. You will set a timer and keep a promise to yourself. The finish will feel clean and earned. Finishes become a habit that attracts favor. A quiet courage rises in your chest. It does not announce itself with noise. It proves itself by staying. God is filling your calendar with precise alignments. The right call lands at the right hour. The right door opens under the right frame. Old alarms inside you stop ringing. You do not chase what contradicts you. You do not explain what protects you. The mirror begins telling the truth back to you. You see steadiness around your eyes and softness at your mouth. You see a person who chooses what they claim. Your steps begin to honor simple excellence. You arrive 5 minutes early and breathe before beginning. You finish and tidy the edges like a craftsman. Friends who cherish the real you draw near. They celebrate your boundaries and your breakthroughs. You recognize them by how peace lingers after they leave. A past regret tries to borrow your attention. It finds a closed door and a kind goodbye. The loop starves without your replay. You allow yourself to be a beginner where growth calls. No shame, no performance, only honest practice. Momentum grows in rooms that honor patience. The day meets you with signs of continuity. A repeated number, a familiar scent, a timely lyric. They echo the same sentence: stay aligned and proceed. Your finances receive a line-by-line honesty. Subscriptions, habits, and leaks meet clear decisions. Money respects the home where clarity lives. You gift yourself a quiet evening without apology. No performance for invisible audiences. Just presence, breath, and the sound of simple life. Tonight you will place your phone away on purpose. The silence will feel startling for a moment. Then it will feel like oxygen for a lifetime. Your dreams carry refreshment instead of puzzles. Morning meets you with certainty instead of fog. You step into day with a straight spine and a soft face. This is not a fragile upgrade. It holds under weight and grows under pressure. It was forged in the furnace of yesterday. Near the tap one last time, you acknowledge the crossing. Water on skin, truth on heart, peace on mind. A cycle ends, and a future begins walking. The phrase that once frightened you has no power here. The only death today was the death of what harmed you. The only escape denied was the escape from freedom. Keep this cadence and protect this clarity. Guard the doors you just aligned. Let your pace preach what your lips no longer need to explain. You are no longer waiting for permission to be whole. You are no longer negotiating with patterns that starved you. You are no longer living where your soul could not breathe. God says the turning is complete for today. Tomorrow will build on the ground you held. Peace will keep proving itself by how faithfully it stays. The shift continues like a tide that refuses to recede. It lifts everything honest and leaves everything heavy on the shore. You are walking out of echo and into evidence. Near the tap, the air feels new and direct. The room listens when you enter as if it recognizes your authority. You stand taller without trying to convince yourself. The end that happened today keeps unfolding in silent layers. Each layer removes a hidden hook from your habits. You breathe and notice how much space returns. This is the clean ending of self-betrayal. The script that made you abandon yourself runs out of ink. Pages that once trapped you turn into blank permission. You will not chase what is allergic to your peace. You will not beg rooms to make space for your worth. Space appears wherever your yes remains true. A calm courage enters your hands. You touch work with precision and tenderness. Output multiplies because chaos no longer taxes your focus. Your timeline warms to your sincerity. People who are meant to build with you step closer. They arrive without noise and honor your boundaries by default. Archangel Michael stands at the doorway again. He marks your threshold with quiet fire and steady guidance. He says move forward with a spine of light and a step of peace. A name that used to drain you fades like mist in noon sun. You feel no need to rehearse old conversations. Silence holds you better than arguments ever did. There is a table being set for your next assignment. Not a rushed banquet, but a prepared portion. It contains exactly what nourishes your mission. A creative idea repeats until you write it down. Capture it quickly and trust the first draft. The path will clarify once obedience meets momentum. You will notice small alignments that feel like a wink from heaven. A number on a receipt, a phrase on a billboard, a lyric in transit. They arrive as gentle confirmations, not demands. Your night routine upgrades without effort. Screens release their hold and rest becomes a friend. Morning greets you with a focused mind and a light chest. The old need to be understood dissolves. Being understood is pleasant, not necessary. Being faithful is necessary, and you are learning the difference. Your finances feel less like chasing and more like flow. Order replaces panic and stewardship replaces scarcity. You make one clear decision and provision follows structure. People who truly carry love will celebrate your boundaries. They will not call your quiet an offense. They will treat your clarity as evidence of growth. The rooms that once felt complicated become readable. You detect motive without suspicion and navigate with grace. Discernment moves like music under your choices. You no longer translate yourself to be tolerated. Your language is peace, purpose, and presence. Those who are fluent will find you by resonance. God says keep your environment aligned with your intention. Let clutter exit like old stories leaving a stage. Make room for what mirrors the future you are building. The tap becomes your daily checkpoint. Rinse your hands and remember you have nothing to prove. Rinse your face and remember you have nothing to fear. A long-standing delay closes like a completed file. You feel the click in your spirit and your shoulders soften. Forward motion stops asking for permission and starts happening. You will be surprised by the absence of drama. Endings can be soft and still be final. Peace does not shout when it wins. Your body trusts you again. You listened to its small alarms and made honest changes. It answers with energy and steadiness. Your circle refines itself without conflict. Some names drift, a few step closer, and the right ones lock in. Destiny edits your contacts with surgical care. Archangel Michael places a calm over your schedule. He parts your hours like a river opening a channel. The work that matters receives your freshest attention. You recover time that used to vanish into confusion. With recovered time you build foundations, not distractions. Brick by brick, a solid future appears under your feet. You will receive a gentle invitation that looks ordinary. Say yes if it supports your peace and honors your growth. Say no if it asks you to shrink or perform. Your voice gains a new tone that people respect. Firm without edge, kind without compromise. It closes loops and opens doors in equal measure. Memories arrive but they do not sting. They pass like birds crossing a wide sky. You acknowledge them and keep walking. God says your life is crossing from heavy to wholly ordinary. The miracle is not noise but consistency. The reward is not spectacle but stability. You hold your boundaries like a cup holds water. Nothing spills because you finally honor the shape of your life. This containment becomes the conduit of blessing. Watch how decisions become simple when values are clear. Watch how energy returns when goals are clean. Watch how favor finds those who move with integrity. Your patience is not passivity, it is poised power. You are not waiting for rescue, you are partnering with timing. Timing is now your ally, not your enemy. What once demanded explanation now meets your silence. What once exploited access now meets your gate. What once drained you now meets the end of the road. You step into rooms with the ease of someone who belongs. You do not audition for your own calling. You arrive, you align, and the atmosphere adjusts. At the tap, place your palms together for a breath. Name the value you protect, the dream you carry, the peace you keep. Walk out and let your life agree with that declaration. This is how cycles end and legacies begin. This is how noise dies and purpose breathes. This is how you live when freedom becomes your default. The chapter closes without smoke or shattered glass. Just a well-lit hallway and a steady stride. You are already further than you realize. Keep moving the way rivers move toward their sea. Steady, sure, guided by quiet gravity. Every day adds depth without taking your calm. God says the worst is over and the real work is beautiful. Your heart is safe to expand and your hands are safe to build. Your future is safe to welcome because your past no longer rules. You will end this day with clean edges on your peace. You will end this day with proof in your spirit. You will end this day already building what tomorrow can trust.